When this school janitor entered the classroom, what the kindergarteners did next caused him to burst into tears. There are a lot of people in this world doing thankless jobs. These individuals don't get showered with compliments or accolades. Instead, much of their hard work is done without any recognition. 60-year-old James Anthony epitomizes this type of person perfectly. Working as a custodian at an elementary school, Anthony goes about his business in a less than glamorous way. However, one kindergarten class decided to give Anthony the surprise of a lifetime. James Anthony has been working tirelessly within the Coffee County school system in central Tennessee. For nearly 30 years, Anthony has dedicated his life towards helping the youth of the area. His most prominent responsibility included being a district custodian. Most recently, Anthony has spent the last 15 years of his life working at Hickerson Elementary School in Tullahoma, Tennessee. The small school appreciates Anthony's dedication to his job. For as good as he is at what he does, Anthony has a condition which surprised many people within the district. Anthony is unique from the standpoint that he is deaf. This isn't a deterrent at all for Anthony, who accounts for his custodial responsibilities immensely well. Even though Anthony is hard of hearing, he's using this condition to do good for the children at Hickerson Elementary School. There are younger children at the school with communicative issues. Whether cognitive or shy, some kids aren't yet able to fully express themselves in a verbal manner. This can be a problem when attempting to learn via the teacher's instruction. As a means to combat against that, Anthony came up with a plan. In order to help out the young children with their communicative issues, Anthony has started teaching a few of them how to use sign language. As being deaf, this is Anthony's main form of communication with others. Not only are the children becoming more resourceful, but they're also becoming more and more comfortable when trying to convey their emotions, thoughts, and feelings. Hickerson Elementary Secretary Bonnie Scott further elaborated on the impact Anthony is having with the students at the school. "We've seen him sign a couple of times with the little ones who don't communicate well, and they're learning sign language with him. James is awesome and is always saying how much I put a smile on his face." Aside from helping children learn to communicate, Anthony also worked to help students become well-mannered and polite. Considering Anthony is a stand-up citizen himself, this comes as no surprise. Without question, Anthony is a very significant member of the school district. With this in mind, the school set out to offer him a surprise. Anthony was approaching his 60th birthday. Those at the elementary school wanted to thank him for not only his service at the school, but also throughout the district. As such, kindergarten teachers Alyssa Hartsfield and Amy Hirschman set out to make Anthony's birthday one he will never forget. All of the children in Hartsfield and Hirschman's classes view Anthony as a loving friend. The natural thought would be to include the children in a celebration for Anthony. After much thought and deliberation, the two teachers came up with something they felt would be special. Little did they know that their idea would soon go viral all throughout the world. The man students called Mr. James was making his normal rounds throughout the school on October 25th. As is customary for each and every classroom on campus, Anthony would come into each class in order to dispose of any trash in the bins. When walking into the kindergarten class that afternoon, he soon realized this was no ordinary weekday. Upon walking into the classroom, Anthony was greeted by a host of kindergartners standing in the middle of the room. A parent in the room began filming as the kids broke into a song. Normally, it would be difficult for Anthony to understand what the children were saying. However, this was no ordinary song. It was something that made Anthony highly emotional. Along with the teachers in the classroom, the students began singing happy birthday to Anthony. Even more special, the entire class was using sign language along with the actual singing of the song. Upon realizing what was occurring, a shocked Anthony burst out in a megawatt smile. The emotions soon got the better of Anthony as he began to laugh in a very animated way. From there, tears began flowing down his face. The moment was beautifully captured and then posted upon the school's Facebook page. Once that happened, the story of Mr. James Anthony began to spread like wildfire. Bonnie Scott, the school's secretary, was elated at the entire surprise. She recounted how much it meant to Anthony. He was overwhelmed with it. It just was a spur-of-the-moment thing and they just did it. He had his hands over his face, at the end he was tearing up. It just touched him. The video posted on the school's Facebook page became viral on all major social media platforms. As of early November, the video in total had over 500,000 views and 500 comments. Many of the comments were praising the special individual. Others were courteous in wishing Anthony a wonderful birthday. Hirschman spoke about the love the student body has for Anthony. She also illuminated the precocious nature of the class, as the entire song, fully accompanied by the sign language, was learned in roughly 5 minutes. This truly speaks to how much Anthony means to the entire kindergarten class. Never did anyone think this story of a small Tennessee town would get such notoriety. Many major media publications across the country picked up the story. Media outlets and newspapers rushed to the school in order to interview Anthony and other school employees. Anthony even joked about going to Hollywood in the wake of all the publicity. The gesture meant a ton to Anthony. Visibly emotional, one can feel the love he has for the children at the school, and vice versa. Considering the impact this made to both Anthony and others watching the video, the kindergarten teachers said they'll continue in honoring Anthony year by year with a sign language rendition of the Happy Birthday song. James Anthony is a truly wonderful person. Despite being saddled with a hearing issue, he still continues to live his life with fervor, compassion, and love for others. This story of benevolence and goodwill illustrates how people can come together in order to create a wonderful story. Thank you for watching this fantastic story. Please tap one of the 2 videos on your screen for another amazing wonder stories.